Texas doctors being sued for gender mutilation. It's October 18th, 2024, and these are your headlines. Attorney General Ken Paxton has filed a lawsuit against Dr. May Lau for violating Texas's law that's designed to protect children from gender mutilation procedures. Dr. Lau, who's listed as an adolescent physician at Children's Health Specialty Center in Dallas, is also an associate professor in the Department of Pediatrics at UT Southwestern Medical Center. Now, the lawsuit accuses Lau of putting the health and safety of minors at risk by prescribing testosterone to biological female minors for the purposes of transitioning their biological sex or affirming their belief that their gender identity is inconsistent with their biological sex. In violation, by the way, of Texas law. You'll remember Senate Bill 14, which was passed by the legislature last year, signed into law by Governor Abbott. It took effect in September of 2023, just over a year ago. It prohibits gender mutilation procedures, including surgeries, puberty blockers, and cross-sex hormones for minors. It also directs that the Texas Medical Board shall revoke the medical license or other authorization to practice medicine of any physician who violates the provisions of SB 14. Well, according to Paxton's filing, Lau illegally provided high-dose cross-sex hormones to at least 21 minor patients for the direct purpose of transitioning them from their biological sex. She also allegedly used false diagnoses and billing codes to mask her unlawful prescriptions, reportedly directing several patients who were biological females to fill prescriptions for testosterone after the legislation took effect and continued to write prescriptions for testosterone after the law went into effect. A new Fox News poll shows that 2/3 of American voters favor deporting illegal aliens, and that's a dramatic increase over the past decade. Republican presidential candidate Donald Trump has, of course, made mass deportation a major policy promise throughout his campaign, as the open border policies of the Biden-Harris administration have allowed millions of illegal aliens to enter the U.S. Well, this poll shows that of registered voters, support for deportation has increased dramatically since 2015. Among non-white voters, 57% now support mass deportations, while only 33% said they did in 2015. Additionally, 91% of Republicans say they support deportations, a 21-point increase since 2015. Rural voters' support has increased by 20 points. Urban voters by 19 points. Men's support increased by 16. Even Democrat support, get this, Democrat support for deportations has increased to 42% from 34% just less than 10 years ago in 2015.
America is at a crossroads. Now, more than ever, Texas must step up and lead the country. We don't have time to mess around. The only way to save America is with a strong Texas. You and I know this, but so do the enemies of life and liberty. Therefore, you and I have no choice but to stand up and fight. I'm Sarah Gonzalez, and to the enemies of liberty, I say, come and take it.
The Texas Education Agency has concluded that there's no evidence that Houston ISD Superintendent Mike Miles used taxpayer money to fund his Colorado charter schools. Now, Miles became the state-appointed superintendent after TEA took over Houston ISD. A media report out there alleged that Miles used 40% of $25 million in public funds on unspecified purchases and suggested that some of the funds were used to offset the debt of his Colorado charter schools. The report also cited publicly available auditor's notes that stated Miles's Texas schools were in debt by $2.7 million at the end of 2023, and that the debt was caused by the liabilities of other third future network schools in Colorado. Well, the TEA has released its report on the investigation and concluded that the partnering districts and their operating partner, Third Future Schools Texas, have not violated any applicable Texas laws. The report clarified that the investigation has concluded there will be no further action taken by the TEA. For more of today's stories, go to texasscorecard.com.